Hi, friends. Hello, the world. Welcome back to this episode of Tools for Transitioning Humanitarians and greetings from Nashville, Tennessee, US. So, I have had some of the amazing time with my fellow coaches and doing masterminding, training, and all the things, lots of coaching, and I feel amazing. And I was coaching my clients today, so it's like everything is going ah, more than I thought. And plus, there are some difficulties, but in the light of everything else amazing, it feels like not a problem. So, the conversation, the topic that I want to propose to you, the tool that I want to bring your awareness to that we keep using a lot of, which we don't necessarily need to do that, or even if we do, we can do something about it, and that is stuck feeling. And you may wonder why it's called a tool. It is just that I always refer to anything, all the resources, whether this is useful or not useful, all the resources that we have within us, all the emotions, all the thoughts, all the actions, abilities that we have, all the results that we can create, they're all tools to live the life we want to live. Or we can also notice how they're getting us away from living the life we want to, and then course correct it if necessary, right? So that's why I really want to talk about this feeling of stuck. As I was coaching two of my clients this morning, and I realized that one of the reason why they're not moving forward is because of this thing, this belief. And I want to really get into that. But before doing that, I really wish to talk to you about their experiences of how it feels, why they have this, and then what to do about it if you are in this situation, right? So one of them, so it's one male and one female amazing humanitarian colleagues. In the case of my female colleague, um, I should say ex-colleague, but it still feels like my people. Anyway, in the case of her, she has been feeling stuck in her past relationship. So this is a personal thing that we've been coaching on and letting go of that past relationship, right? So she was telling me that she kept avoiding and trying to like get rid of it and not think about it and all the things of her um, ex husband. Yet she had this feeling of feeling stuck because she really felt like she's not really moving forward, but she's also not really letting go of the past. And then she just felt like she's blocked and she's like in the middle somewhere. Right. So when I was asking her the question of, um, does she feel like she knows what to do about it, or she has like ideas of how to move forward? She just felt like she can't really do anything about it because it's just such a heavy feeling, like the feeling that makes you like constrained here in the chest area, right? And therefore she didn't really know how to let it go and how to move forward. So that is her experience of how stuck feels like, right? So in other words, not really starting a new relationship that she actually wants to, but at the same time, not really letting go um of the past relationship, even though it has ended some time ago. In the case of another of my amazing client, and he has been making decision about whether to pursue some new job, new field than the one that he has before or currently. And the way that he feels stuck is he tried several times to go for it, and she backed out um, even after making decision to go for it because of so much fear and so much panic, so much feeling like he's in crisis mode. And therefore, it felt so overwhelming and difficult for him then to pursue it because his brain kept telling him that there's so many uncertainties, so many difficulties, and therefore he will not be able to handle it. And therefore, he backed out. And he has done it already several times, and he feels like it's just a pattern that he keeps having it and he doesn't really know what to do. So he keeps analyzing it and then recycling all the thoughts. And then what that leads him to do oftentimes is he withdraws from people. He just wants to be on his own. He doesn't really enjoy living his current life, even though he could do so much with his partner, with his friends, family, and all of this. But he doesn't really enjoy that. And also at work, he doesn't really have full dedication and passion and to be doing the things um, that he's doing, and therefore he keeps criticizing that. At the same time, he feels like he doesn't really know how to move forward to the next assignment or the next field that he actually wants to go for, right? So that's why he feels stuck, and then he knows what will happen if he again tries to make a decision and move forward, and therefore he just like confines himself to staying where he is, even though he doesn't want to stay where he is. So these are the two examples that are very similar. And what are the similarities that I just want to like summarize for you is that when we feel stuck, it's so much of this constraining and blocking and heavy feeling in our body that it doesn't allow us to enjoy anything, our current life or living our current life. It makes us even withdraw from the things that we normally do, right? But also, it doesn't allow us to go to the future one, the one that we're actually wanting, because of that feeling of so many uncertainties, and we just feel like we can't handle it all, and then we just feel like it's all clogged, or like our cup is full and we don't want to even go forward to doing something about it. We lose curiosity, we lose courage, we lose this even we start maybe even questioning whether what is it actually we want to, right? Because this feeling so impactful that we then decide not to do anything else. And then we just end up doing the same things that we've been doing to maintain the status quo, because we feel like at least we have to be doing that so that we can earn money, or we have to be doing that so we have a structure. So this is how the stuck feeling dominates over us. That's how we feel. Now, when we do that, when we feel that, what is I'm seeing often happening, the one shift that we could make, and I really highly encourage you to make that. Oh no. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My Zoom just disappeared as I was speaking, and then it appeared again. So it must be the hotel internet not that good. But anyway, so um when we're feeling that stuck, oftentimes the reason why we don't really do anything about it is because we believe that we can't do anything about it. This is what I realized from coaching these two clients, but also myself and so many other clients, is I realized that the reason why we're not doing anything about it is because we feel like if we feel it, it will overwhelm us, or it will make us. Thank you for reminding. It feels like we can't really handle that stuck feeling. We don't really know what to do about that stuck feeling, and therefore we don't do anything about it. And therefore we keep like circling around it, or keep avoiding it, keep like distracting ourselves and not actually feel the feeling. Right? Of course, if you're not used to doing this, come over and coach with me. I would love to help you like go through a lot of your processing a lot of your emotions, so no problem. But if you want to try this on your own, I would really love for you to um, allow yourself to feel a bit from this belief that you know what you can do about it. You know how to handle it. You know what you can do when you're feeling stuck, and you know how to unstuck yourself, in quotes. I don't know if this word existed in. Excuse me. So I suggest that you approach it from this belief that you can do something about it. You can feel a bit of what's going on. You can allow yourself be in that stuck feeling, because you know that as soon as excuse me, as soon as you process through, then you will be actually able to then look at what's happening and what you want to do and being gentle with yourself and also still do all the things you want to do. But with all of this curiosity, of all of this decision or clarity, all of this, we have no access until we are blocked here, right? Until like this chest area, the below the chest area, the gut area, whichever the way you call it, these places need to be unclogged or unstuck basically before we start really looking at what is it that we're wanting and how do we get there, what are we going to do, and all of these things come after we unblock it or unstuck ourselves. But the reason why we're not doing it is because we believe that nothing can be done about it or we can't really do anything about it. So that's why I really suggest for you to try this belief or curiosity of what if I could do something about my feeling stuck? What if I could unstuck myself? What if I am able to do that myself? What if I can trust myself that I can do this? And then start slowly feeling and doing in that emotion of feeling stuck. And then it starts trickling and then moving maybe. And then you start noticing the movement and like something happening there. You may be needing to do that several times, but start at least the first time. And your brain may be like freaking out, or your brain will be saying, well, it's too hard or whatever. It's okay. Just to be gentle with yourself and allow as much as you can the first time, and then continue increasing. And then once we believe that we are actually also able to unstuck whatever where we are stuck, then we gain so much power, we gain so much agency, right? To then decide what to do about it. But as long as we believe that we can't do anything about it, and it's just like something that we need to avoid, something that we can't really look at it, or something that we just need to pressure or like withhold somehow, then nothing can be done about it because our brain is so afraid, right? So that's why the first step is we really need to believe that we can do something about it. We are the person who can unstuck ourselves and then get curious how to do that. And one of the first steps or one of the first ways how you can do it is feel and be in that feeling. Now, once you start seeing that, observing that it's moving, it's going through your body, and then maybe you even feel like it's like all this freeness within you, then you can then start asking questions as to, okay, maybe I'm not letting go of the past. And what do I want to do with it, right? Yes, this is my truth of not letting go of the past. Maybe it's because I'm afraid that there will not be such relationship, or I'm afraid that the relationship I want to build are too difficult to build, or I'm stuck because I just feel like I'm lonely, whatever the other emotions that may come up after unstucking yourself. Now that are the emotions we start looking or the questions we start asking. And then once you realize what is it that is really happening underneath all that feeling stuck, right? What are the fears? What are the reasons or worries why we are not letting go of the past and why we're not moving forward to what we want to, and then decide what to do about it. So in the case of my first client, she realized that the reason why she was feeling really stuck and not really going forward is she hadn't really made a closure with the ex, and she hadn't really processed through those emotions of closing it and then consciously deciding to go forward because she felt like she was losing one of the family members because she thought he was part of her family, right? So accepting then that he's always going to be part of the family and she has different feelings for him now, and then now she's ready to move forward. Then all the closures came for her. And then we talked about how will she want to move forward now to show herself that she has unstuck herself and then moved forward. And then she was telling me that now she has a desire to finish certain projects in the house, and also she wants to start looking into decluttering some of the memories, and also start uh, dating someone and then moving forward. You see, as soon as our brain notices that we are unstuck, then it starts giving us ideas of what is the next step, the immediate next step we can do to move forward, right? In the case of my second client, what we have discussed today is that we have discussed as to, okay, I was telling him that he already now knows what the patterns are. He's so good at describing them. And he also has tried several times to go through to move to the new thing. And he now has moved from being the person who panicked and didn't do anything to being the person who understands what the patterns are, understands what his behaviors are, and now counting that in, expecting that will happen next time, and then still going forward to what he wants. Now, I was telling him that he needs to really work on his self concept or his opinion about himself of he's the person who can make this happen, even if all of this pattern come up, right? Because as soon as we understand that we can handle all of those uncertainties, all of those changes, we can handle it, then we are ready to risk, excuse me, even if we feel like it's very difficult. So that's why in his case, now that we have like unstuck it, he's now able to look at, okay, what are actually my thoughts, my beliefs about me? What are my opinions about me that really will be allowing me to go move forward, even if I know what patterns of panic or what patterns of crisis, whatever is happening in that moment, all of those fears. What is the opinion or the like the solid belief in ourselves that help us handle that crisis mode or handle that pattern of fear or whatever anxiety, whatever is happening, and still gently moving himself towards what he wants. So that's why, my dears, I really, really encourage you to try this, to allow yourself to get curious, to think about how and what are the ways you can unstuck your stuck feeling, because that feeling is coming from I feel stuck, and the reason I feel stuck is because I can't really do this or I can't really do that, right? This is the formula of why we're stuck. So therefore, knowing that formula and knowing that this is the feeling that is within us, we also can decide, or we also can um, get curious as to how we can unstuck ourselves and what are the ways we can do it. And one of the best ways that I have done so many times is feeling all the feelings and processing through them, uncovering what's behind unstuck feeling, what fears are lying, and what am I going to do with those fears, and then deciding what to do next, the next step to move forward. So I really would love to invite you to coach with me on this feeling stuck and what to do next and moving forward and creating your own plans. And then in the process of it, I would love to help you not only gaining the ability of unstucking yourself, unblocking yourself, by processing emotions, by not being afraid of those emotions, but also then owning your decisions of what are you going to do and then start implementing them, creating plans to implement, and then keep looking at where you get stuck and then how keep unstucking yourself in the process. This is what I would love to help you achieve so that you can actually transition or make changes in the whichever way you want to get to living the life you want to. So come coach with me, send me a message or an email, and I would love to coach you on this. Have an amazing weekend, you all, and I will speak to you next week. Bye.